Hi, I'm famed Ketover of Lenguin.com, and this is Mandarin Chinese. Now it's your turn to say the things that you learned in the last lesson. Plus, you'll learn the Chinese characters. Now that you've learned how to ask where a place is, let's go on to learn how to ask where a nearby person or place is located. Back at the reception, Mr. Martin is looking for someone. Listen.
陈同志在哪儿？
他在那儿。
The word
那儿
with a falling tone means there. As with the words for which and that,
哪个那个
the only difference between the word for where
哪儿
and there
那儿
is the tone. Notice that both question words, which and where,
哪个
and
哪儿
have the low tone, while that and there
那个
and
那儿
have the falling tone. Repeat there.
那儿，那儿，那儿。
When Mrs. Zhao says
他在那儿
she means he is right over there, and she's probably pointing at him. Repeat, he's over there.
他在那儿，他在那儿。
What is the word for where?
哪儿？
How do you ask, where is he?
他在哪儿？
How do you say, he's over there?
他在那儿。
Now you're back at the reception. Mr. Chen, with whom you were just talking, is now on the other side of the room. Try answering the next question.
陈世民同志在哪儿？
他在那儿。
What's the word for where?
哪儿？
What's the word for there?
那儿。
At the reception, Mr. Martin is still discussing Qingdao. Now he and Mrs. Zhao are looking at a map. Listen.
青岛在哪儿？
青岛在这儿。
The word for here
这儿
has the falling tone, like the word.
那儿
Repeat here.
这儿，这儿，这儿。
Imagine that you're pointing to the map. Repeat. Qingdao is here.
青岛在这儿，青岛在这儿。
Try answering the question yourself. Point out where Qingdao is.
青岛在哪儿？
青岛在这儿。
Now let's listen as Mr. Anderson joins Mr. Martin and Mrs. Zhao at the map. Mr. Anderson is talking to Mrs. Zhao.
哎，赵同志，你老家在这儿吗？
我老家不在这儿，我老家在那儿，在山东。
你爱人呢？
他老家不在山东，他老家在河北。
Now you take the part of Mr. Anderson in the conversation. Pointing on the map, ask Mrs. Zhao if her family comes from here. Then ask about her husband's family.
哎，赵同志，你老家在这儿吗？
我老家不在这儿，我老家在那儿，在山东。
你爱人呢？
他老家不在山东，他老家在河北。
Now let's talk about people again. Since people move and travel a lot, you ask where someone is now. Listen.
你爱人现在在哪儿？
我爱人现在在加拿大。
Repeat the word for now.
现在，现在，现在。
Notice that in this sentence,
现在
goes before the verb, behaving like other adverbs you've had such as
也
also. Listen to the sentence, my spouse is in Canada now.
我爱人现在在加拿大。
Unlike other country names you've learned, the word for Canada does not have a shortened form. Repeat the name Canada.
加拿大，加拿大，加拿大。
Repeat the sentence, my spouse is in Canada now.
我爱人现在在加拿大。我爱人现在在加拿大。
What's the word for now?
现在，
How do you say, my spouse is in Canada now?
我爱人现在在加拿大。
Try answering the next question. Say that your spouse is in Canada now.
你爱人现在在哪儿？
我爱人现在在加拿大。
很好，我们下课吧。Remember to head over to Lenguin.com to do the exercises. That's Lenguin, as in Lenguin the Penguin. Thanks for watching. I want to thank all of our supporters who have helped to make these courses possible. We want to keep making free courses, and with your help, we can do that. So be sure to head over to our Patreon page, where in exchange for as little as $1, you'll get bonus stuff. Until next time, stay cool.